We should be good to go. Hello, everybody. Let us
Hey,
know if you can hear us, see us, all the things. Thanks for making these last-minute reading sprints work, Katie.
yeah, I was excited. I'm like, yes, reading sprints. All right.
I suddenly realized my older two kids are doing a Minecraft thing with their friends online, so they're actually like right outside my door. If there's very excited noises, that's what's going on. And Jared's away this evening, and the little kids are sleeping, and I was like, hey, I have nothing to do.
Yeah,
Doesn't work
perfect
very
timing.
doesn't work very often for me to do reading sprints, but I'm hoping more so in 2024. Oh, okay. So people are here. They're hearing us, but this is 170 pages left of a book, slowly reading since the end of November. Been there. I just finished Dune yesterday, and that was one I was just so excited to be done.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, and not my kind of thing. Hello, everybody.
I just finished reading the last book in the Skyward series today
Oh
by
yeah.
Brandon Sanderson. So yeah,
What did you think of the last one?
it was good. I like the second half more. So like the first half, I kind of struggled. Like I was just kind of slugging through them because being
Right.
sick and stuff. But like the last half of the book, I was able to fly through it like yesterday and today. So
Yeah, and when you're sick, well, I find when I'm sick, it changes my reading experience. Like sometimes if I can't think properly, then it makes a difference.
yeah, I watch TV when I'm sick.
That's good. Yes, it was a last minute thing. Reading sprints. Katie was willing to co-host here. I actually only started doing December 1st, so it wasn't that bad, but it felt long. Yeah, I might have to pop out too if my littles aren't actually asleep, so I get that. Got lots of people here.
Yeah, I have my mom's phone as well, so I can check out comments
Nice.
too.
Yeah. A Way of Kings as a first foray. That's a daunting first foray.
It is. That's why I started on Skyward instead of that series.
Skyward was my first too, and then Mistborn, I think, and eventually worked my way to Way of Kings.
I'm gonna pop on some hot water.
Yeah, Starling House. I think I've heard of it. I'm so bad at titles if I can't see a cover. Welcome here, everybody. Part of multiple readathons this month. Yeah, my plan this year is to join like all the readathons. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing for me or not, but I'm going to try. Emma, I'm curious to hear which ones you're all involved in. Maybe I should join some more. I was watching your video, Katie, today, the Fabery video. I was like, oh, I need to look through my shelves and see what I have. I have one fairy tale retelling for sure. Um, the Spinning Silver book by Naomi Novik.
Oh,
That
nope,
one
I
might
heard
work.
of that one.
Indiana, Last Devil to Die. Yes, that's a fun crowd. It's my like ideal retirement club right there. Started Mistborn. Oh yeah, Tress would be a good first one. I liked Tress.
Yeah, Tress is on my list this year. Somebody recommended it to me, so if it gets picked from my jar, I'll read it this year.
Yeah, highly recommend that one. It's I think it was like it's kind of inspired by The Princess Bride, which for me would be like an anti-buzzword because I hate The Princess Bride. I know I'm like very much in the minority.
No.
I know. Everyone loves me, but I love that book. Got lots of people here. Oh, The Toll. Mm-hmm. Oh, right. I actually just started listening to the book today too, Lindsay. All Creatures Great and Small. Yeah, being 2 weeks from a C-section, that might change things. I grew up on a dairy farm, so like All Creatures Great and Small is like a vet that's doing all these things, and then it just takes me back to my childhood. Yeah, I think I will join you guys. I need to look at my books and see what I can work. I'm trying to do as many readathons as possible using books from my shelves. So we'll see. Celestria's here. Yeah, I can understand that. Hello. Tress was good. See? Magnificent Lives of Marjorie Post. I feel like I've heard of that one too. Okay. What are you reading tonight, Katie?
I think I'm gonna go with two options here. I have one called Serenade for Gladys by Durwood Smith. This is a Jack Sinclair mystery, and so I'm reading this for a review.
Okay.
And it sounds pretty good. So, and then I also have a review copy of The Seamstress of Acadie by Laura Front. So I have these two options going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are you reading?
Okay, well, the first thing I have to read, the book I had to quickly run upstairs for because I forgot, is the Pickwick Papers. So I'm doing a chapter a day with Tiffany and Penny, and I haven't done my today's chapter yet, but it's only 15-ish pages, and sometimes there's pictures. So, yep, this one at least has one picture. So I'm going to start with that. And then I have Cat Among the Pigeons, which I've just started. I want to read more of. I don't even think I'm done the first chapter of this one. And then I also have The All-American. So I'm going to be reading probably a little bit of all three of them.
I enjoyed The All-American. That one was good.
Yeah, I'm my bookmark is deceiving because I'm actually reading the ebook a little bit too, but I'm just over 100 pages in, I think. So, what are you drinking tonight? You're making tea?
Yes, that's what I was turning off, so I wouldn't whistle. But yes, probably jasmine. That's my favorite. So.
Okay.
It's a cozy smell for me.
I don't know if I've ever tried that one. I've tried so many different teas and I still just don't really like tea. The Secret Diaries of Charlotte Bronte. Is this fiction or non-fiction? Charlene, I'm very curious. Oh, started Agatha Christie, Poirot's Christmas. Did not enjoy Death on the Nile. Yeah. There's a lot of good ones. She's got a lot of good ones. Now my mouse isn't working. It gets dirty and I can't click over to comments. Hoping to finish A Darker Shade of Magic. I think I started that one and then I don't think I ever finished it. Paint Chips. I've never heard of that one. I thought I'd read all the Susie Finkbeiner books, but I've never heard of Paint Chips. The Will of the Many. I'm really bad with book names. I need pictures for all of these.
I lost track of the honey. Oh, there it is.
My throat's still needing to recover. Then honey will be good. Ooh, The Fellowship of the Ring. Salt to the Sea. For Katie's January prompt. What was January?
January was wow, my brain. It was a packing list item on the cover.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, my theme is travel themed.
Yeah.
Every year. Yeah.
Violin Conspiracy. Amari and the Night Brothers. Oh, I enjoyed that one. There's always several other ones to start, I feel like. Testament. Oh, Better Watch Out. That one, you read that one, right, Katie?
Yeah.
Did you read
Oh, it was so good.
I couldn't get my hands on a copy of that one.
I only got it because I had Kindle Unlimited. I got the deal for Christmas, so that was the only way I could get it.
I keep looking for a deal, and the only thing it was showing me was like $10. So maybe.
Yeah, no.
No. Secret Diaries is fiction, based on extensive research. Interesting. Okay, I like all things Bronte, so I will have to try to remember that. Scarlet Pimpernel. Yikes. Winter House. Oh, this is the perfect time of year for Winter House. That's quite the selection there. You got a little bit of everything going on. Lumen. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on Lumen, Celestria. Did you read Lumen, Katie?
No, I'm hoping to read a lot more Enclave this year from Enclave Publishing, but no, I haven't read that one yet.
That was my goal last year, was read a bunch. I read some, not as much as I had wanted. Stone Blind.
I just realized I picked the perfect cup. I picked Chip, and I'm wearing Chip and Dale pajamas.
Oh my goodness, perfect.
Not on purpose.
Not so cute. I have an alpaca mug.
That's cute.
This is from Holly a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
She always buys me something alpaca or llama themed. Oh man, I haven't read so many of these books. Another Way of Kings, though. Katie, your mug is adorable. It really is.
Thank you.
Is it?
My mom has the Dale one.
Oh, that's awesome. Does it have like an easy inside to clean? Because
yeah, it's not really like it doesn't have a whole lot of crevices where his face is and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty easy.
I have this little fox that I use for pens because the inside is a nightmare to clean. So it's like, well, I don't want to do that all the time.
I think I have an Ursula mug and it's all tentacles. So yeah, that one's a little harder.
Yeah. Heart of Noel. Yes, that's a good one. Okay, we should probably start reading here. I'm going to quickly pop out and just make sure my littles are actually asleep. But what if we do... How long do you usually do your reading for in your reading sprints? I haven't done one forever.
I usually do half hour, but lately I've been doing 20 minutes, so it doesn't matter to me.
What if we go till 45?
Okay.
And we're hitting right in the... Oh, let's go 40. It's just under half an hour. And I will start with my Pickwick Papers after I check my littles.
I just realized I don't have a bookmark.
How did your reading go?
Good. I realized in the beginning they have a map, and it had just like a few cities from Washington that I knew were going to be part of the story, and it had my birth city in it. I was like, hey, I was born there.
Oh, that's cool.
And then the main character, actually, this could be the same era, actually. It's like 1920s, early 30s, and the main girl in the story is a telephone operator, and that was my grandmother's job in like the
Oh, cool.
well, actually, probably closer to mid 1940s.
That's cool. Cool connections right there.
Mm-hmm. How's your book going?
Yeah, I finished the Dickens chapter. I don't like any of the characters in here. Like it's easy enough to read the chapter each day, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to go down as a favorite. And then I started working through Cat Among the Pigeons, and just about got to almost finished the first chapter. Apparently, it's longer than I thought.
I'm almost to chapter 4. Look how small this print is, though. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's very, very small.
I know it can be deceiving. Like the book that you're reading, like it might look small, but then the font is teeny, so then it's actually more to it than you realize.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's only 200 pages, when in reality it's probably closer to 300.
Yeah. Okay, where was I before? Carmen is reading the Penderwicks for the Doyle. So it's got a dog on the cover.
I think I'm going through Doyle the entire time. I
Yeah,
did some calculating in my head. I'm like, okay, Doyle sounds good.
that's good. I wanted to go for a big book in February, which I don't know, that might come back to bite me, but so I'm going Montgomery to start at least. But David Copperfield has a big book. Yes, comfy reading for sure.
My
Reading
comfy
day.
reading chair has no light, so
Oh. My kids are
doesn't
currently
work.
using comfy reading chairs, so this whole time I was reading, I was just hearing Minecraft talk in the background. So,
Oh yes, Pearl on the Sand. Love that book, Angela.
oh, Sheena's here making supper.
Hey, Sheena.
Thursday Murder Club. Blizzard. We pretty much had a blizzard here. Well, it was like a snowstorm. It wasn't quite blizzard level last night. Oh, Amanda popped in.
Hey, Amanda.
Finished chapter 2. I'm trying to remember A Darker Shade of Magic. I think pretty much all of V.E. Schwab's books, I start them and then I never finish them.
I did that with that book too. I think I started that one last year, the year before. I'm like, nah.
Much Ado About a Latte. Some good progress. Made cocoa and read like 3%. Yeah, as I was sitting here, I was like, I could really go for some hot cocoa, so I might do that in the next sprint.
I love cocoa, but it's too sweet now, and trying to eat healthy.
Well, when I went to the doctor a couple months ago, apparently my glucose levels are down. So he's like, just have sugar in your purse. Just have sugar in your purse. And I'm like, I guess I gotta
Okay.
eat more sugar. Oh, sorry to hear that you might be coming down with something. That's never fun. 27 pages of Dune, finish part of chapter 1 and into another. Underline some great lines. Okay, maybe you'll like it more than I did. 16 pages. I didn't do the math on mine. Welcome here. Oh. Okay, I have to look that one up. I think it was called Paint Chips. Maybe I haven't gone back far enough with her books. I always need to have like Goodreads going well. Doing reading sprints. Oh yeah. 2013. That is quite old. She has quite a few that I haven't read. Okay. Well, it's good when you feel like, you know, you found a 5-star book. Phantom Tollbooth. That's one that's sitting on my shelf that I really need to read. The Pickwick Papers, I've learned, is pretty much just like short stories because it was serialized. Every chapter is kind of a different story, and yet it's kind of following the same story at the same time. Penny sent me a video to watch beforehand. That really helped. And then at one point, I was like, "Okay, I need to search a synopsis to make sure I understood that chapter correctly." And now I feel like I'm getting in the groove. The Color of Magic. So you avoided the big prompt. That's fine. That's totally fine. I wanted to make it fair.
I actually think I was going to end up reading the last Skyward book for that, and then I ended up finishing this month, so so it just didn't work out.
I'm not really planning ahead, but now that I'm thinking about it, like I think I have Spinning Silver actually on my TBR for this month, but if I bump it to next month, I think it's over 400 pages. It's pretty thick, and it's a fairy tale retelling, so I could use it for both of those. Lovely sunny lunchtime. Yeah, that's a little different. We've got like -30 here and snow.
Yeah, actually, this winter has been so mild, which I'm very happy. We live in an area that gets, last year we had 8 feet of snow like 3 times, so it was not fun.
Yeah, we've had a super mild one until this week. All of a sudden, it went straight down to -30, and it's like, okay, this is what it normally is. 60% in Amari. Working on several books. Yeah, that's the club I'm in.
Sounds like me, Jamie.
3 Inches of Rain. Oh. Liking the Will of the Many, but it's 639 pages. How do you feel about big books, Katie? Like, I sometimes like big books, but I don't like that it keeps me from reading other books.
I like them if they're on audio because I already listened to it more than twice the speed. So, but if it's a physical book, probably not. I started reading or listening to Barbara Streisand's memoir, and the audiobook is, I believe, 48 hours, I think. And it's like a 1,000-page book, easy. And then I read the reviews, and it didn't sound like it was actually that great. I'm like, okay, I might not read it then.
Yeah.
Even though I love her, but
Stormlight Archive, some of those books they're 40, 50 hours on audio. I listen to audio generally on 2 times speed, but I can read faster than 2 times speed. So audiobooks can be only helpful because I can listen while doing things, but it doesn't speed things up for me. Oh, Dune is a reread for you. Okay. Good job on 30 pages. Lynette Easton's new book, Double Take. 16 pages in Thursday Murder Club. I'm behind here. Death on the Nile.
I like that one. That one's a good one.
Haven't decided on Doyle or Montgomery. Oh, so you can go either way. Yeah, -30, that's Celsius. Well, it was -32 this morning, I think, with the wind. So I think that's in Fahrenheit, it would have been probably like 22, 25. But it's supposed to be colder this weekend. It's supposed to be -30s without the wind. Wish it would snow. Oh, now everyone's reading drinking hot cocoa. Reading Agatha Christie. Murder on the Orient Express is a good one. Hope you enjoy it. Everyone's just getting both sides here.
I couldn't remember what I was reading, but I'm going to be reading Dog Days of Summer by Kathleen Barba for Doyle, dog on the cover.
Nice.
Haven't started it yet, but
people are avoiding the Montgomery side. That's totally fine. Another audiobook, big book listener.
Yeah, I can listen to up to 3 times the speed on audio, but it has to be a really great narrator, and I can't be doing anything.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the book too. Like some people read
Yeah.
slower, faster. Hound of Baskervilles. That works really well for that prompt. I actually, yeah, I found more books with dogs than cats, but I still went with the cat side. So
A lot of cozy mysteries have cats versus dogs.
true. Cozy mysteries are like a weird thing for me. Like I like books that I would consider cozy mysteries, but if they're like, if they have a certain cover, like the typical cozy mystery cover, then I don't like those ones. I don't know. Finished Heart of Noel, going back to A Christmas Carol. Just continue with the Christmas books.
Which is good. I still am. I'm still reading Christmas books.
30 pages into The Toll. Yeah, you love the last 2 books. The Toll is not well loved. I honestly, I kept the first book and got rid of the second too. I don't think. Have you read that series, Katie?
No, I haven't. It was on my list like a few years ago, but my list is always growing and
Yeah.
always changing. So
Yes, -40 Celsius and Fahrenheit are the same. So
yeah.
when it's -40, it's easy enough to share.
And hopefully we will never get -40 here.
Oh, but Jared and I were just talking yesterday or this morning. Like after -20 here, it's kind of all the same. Like cold is cold. Because yeah. 16 Fahrenheit in Louisiana. But yeah, but then you guys would have like way warmer summers than we have, and I wouldn't be able to know what that is. So okay, so someone at least wasn't avoiding the cat side, but still chose the dog side. I think out of everyone I saw, like has commented on the videos, more people are doing Doyle, which might be partly because of the puffed sleeves coming up in February there. 3 times speed, you're impressive, Katie. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. The first book was the best, and then it went downhill. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm just going to quickly skim through. There we go. There's someone, thank you, Catherine, wanted a 400 plus page book. It's easier to read longer books than shorter. That doesn't surprise me based on what you read, Catherine, but I just wanted to push myself to make sure I actually read a 400 plus page book.
If I'm enjoying it, I don't care how long a book is. Like if it's my favorite book, I wouldn't mind if it was like 1,000 pages.
Yeah. I feel torn on that one because I really enjoyed the Stormlight Archive, but it took so long to read that I couldn't read other books I was excited about, you know? So they were like 5-star books, but it bothered me knowing that it was keeping me from reading other books. I don't know. Okay. Why don't we do another sprint here? I'm probably going to continue reading from Cat Among the Pigeons and then possibly pick up the All-American depending how I'm feeling.
I think I'm going to continue Serenade for Gladys.
It was a good enough start. It had those connections.
Yeah.
So what was your birth
And
city or town or?
Tacoma,
Okay.
Washington.
Well, that's cool that it's set there, or at least partially. Okay, so let's do till 20. Gives us 25 minutes. I'm going to quickly make some hot cocoa, and then I will read. Okay, 9:20 my time, 10:20 your time.
Yep.
So the
And still no bookmark.
still no bookmark. I just use random things, whatever I find. I was seeing in the comments here, people are talking about how cool it is that we're all reading at the same time, and then think about all the different time zones, and that's cool. How did your reading go this session here?
Good. I have a feeling there's going to be a redemption story for the bad guy. Like he's definitely something. And his girlfriend wasn't that good either, but I think she's wised up already. So, but she was stealing money from him. I'm like, girl, he's not going to pay it back.
I got a hot cocoa made in my mug with all the different first sentences of books. It's not gonna focus, but it's pretty cool.
That's cute. I like that.
And then I read 3 chapters in Cat Among the Pigeons, which so far, no, I read 2 chapters. So far, this title makes no sense, but maybe it will eventually.
I know those. It's like, how does it, like, I don't know. Some titles are like, is this ever going to connect?
And some of them, like, you get it at the end or whatever, but then other ones, it's like, I still don't know how it came up, like how this title was made for this book. Anyway, let's see how everyone else did. 45 minutes left, 65% in, 10 pages done. Yeah, made a mocha, tidied the kitchen. Glad you found us. It was a kind of a last minute thing. David Copperfield seems like it would be a slow read to me. 20 more pages. Welcome here.
Whoa, my voice went away. Hi.
You're back. Page 48. 9 pages. Good stuff.
If you haven't read the Warsaw Sisters, you really need to.
I need to look it up.
It's so good. Honestly, it was a toss-up between that and the Timeless series by Gabrielle Meyer for Best Book of the Year for me for last year. And I think the Warsaw Sisters was my favorite. It was so good.
Cool. Well, the first person I'm following on or friends with and following on Goodreads is you. Rated at 5 stars. I'll put it as a want to read.
It's kind of funny. It's like I recommended it to people who like The Nightingale. I'm not a huge fan of The Nightingale, but I could see similarities. So I'm like, if you like that book, then you'll really like this book.
Yeah, that makes sense. The Nightingale is one of those books that I read like a couple years before joining BookTube, when I was only reading like popular books because those are the only ones a person would hear about. And I liked a lot about it, not all of it, but oh, Charlene, did you see my mug? She so kindly gifted it to me. She got 15 pages in. Change books to Where Hope Begins. You hate footnotes. What kind of footnotes? Because I like footnotes if they're good footnotes.
I was gonna say I read one before that had footnotes, and it was so terrible. It had nothing to do with the story. I'm like, what is this?
The Myrtle Hardcastle middle grade Victorian mystery series has footnotes. I really like. It's often in middle grade. That one has the Wing Feather Saga.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That one I didn't mind, but yeah, I think it was called 1000 Doors of January or something, and
Okay.
those footnotes ruined the book for me.
I haven't read that, but I know the book. Read nothing. Oh, that's cool. Music career announcement call thing. That's cool. On our wish list. Page 129. I wasn't sure if you were still awake and with us, Charlene. So, yes, I do love it. I've been using it every day. Welcome here. Yes, the Wingfeather Saga has amazing footnotes. And I find the Myrtle Hardcastle footnotes are the equivalent, like the Victorian equivalent. I like them. Read 32 pages. Finally potty training the last one. 25% through Death on the Nile. Nobody's dead yet. Yeah, I can't remember how long it takes in that one. That always weirds me out, though, when you know that you're reading a murder mystery and the murder takes a long time to occur. Got to the place where I think I'll be able to finish tomorrow. That's good. Enjoy short footnotes. Yeah, okay, so the footnotes in Jonathan Strange, I still haven't finished that book. I'm still only 300 out of 1,000 pages, and it's been almost a year. I like the idea behind them, but some of those footnotes are an entire page long, so that's a little excessive, in my opinion.
It's a long footnote.
Yeah, and they're a little rambly. Agatha Christie is the best. I really like most of her books. Okay. You up for one more sprint here, Katie?
Yep, sounds good.
Go tell the hour. If that works for you, I'm going to switch over to, I smacked myself in the face, the All-American, except I don't remember where I am because I was reading the ebook, so I have to find my spot. Secret Adversaries, a favorite, Agatha Christie. Finish the dishes. Yay for finishing dishes.
Yay.
Thursday Murder Club, 2 recently dead, 1 dead for several decades, but just discovered. Fun time. Are you doing the first one? No, I can't remember. I went to a book club in the fall, or a couple months ago for the first one, and I haven't read it since last year, and they were talking about how many deaths actually occur in that book, and I had forgotten. There's a lot.
Yeah, I can't remember. I only read the first book, but
I don't want to give spoilers, but there's a lot when you count the different things. Some of them are dead for several decades or whatever, and not all of them are murders either, but a lot of people die. How am I liking the All-American? I'm liking it, but because I've been reading it via ebook mostly, that always takes it down a notch. So hopefully if I spend some time reading the physical book, I'll like it more. That's my hope. Okay, just gonna do the dishes. Everyone can get things done, get some reading done. We're gonna read until, actually let's read till 55, and then we can chat and go from there. That work?
sounds good. Yep.
Okay. That was perfect timing here. I just finished part 2.
I'm in the middle of chapter 10.
Nice.
And I have a bookmark.
Perfect timing. Was there more references in there that are relatable to your family history?
No, I don't think so. We don't have any crooks in our family, I don't think. Sorry.
Bad timing.
There might be black pirates somewhere in there.
I looked up Warsaw Sisters. If you like it, check out Daughters of the Night Sky. Or Lovely War, that one's supposed to be. I've never heard of Daughters of the Night Sky, but I've heard of Lovely War.
I read another book by Amy K. Runyon. I read it with Krista over at Books and Jam. It was okay. It was what was it? The German Brides, something like that, and it was okay. Although I remember that though, it was the School for German Brides. Yet like 10% of the book was based in the school, and then the rest wasn't. I'm like, that's one of those titles where it's like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Finished 5 stars. That's always good.
Nice.
45 pages overall. Good stuff. Switched to a mystery because I needed some fun. Another switch here. The Last Unicorn. I just ended on a shocker. Now you gotta keep reading. Yeah, my book, this last sprint, I think I read 50 pages. Yeah, 52. So, I think I'm almost halfway through this one now. Pretty close.
I read a total of 51 today.
Big surprise. I think we're probably just finishing up here. Started reading The Daughter of Time. I started reading the first book in that series, or The Man in the Queue is by Josephine Tay, and I think it's the first book in the series. I do have The Daughter of Time.
Never heard of that. I'll have to check it out.
It's like Golden Age mystery time period. Ooh. I've heard good things about Daughter of Time, but I think that's like book 4 in the series. So I wanted to start it from the beginning, but I didn't. Man in the Queue, I wasn't enjoying. 75%. Major turning point in the story happened during the sprint. Able to get to a stopping place where the action slows down. Yeah, that's a little better than just ending on a surprise and you want to keep going. Almost 20 more pages. See, now she's got to keep reading to find out what it is. Gripped with anxiety and you cried. Crystal, what were you reading? I can't remember what you were reading. Oh no. You finished one book and started another. 10 o'clock here. Yeah, it's only 10 here yet too, but I should spend some time with my big kids a little bit. Daughters of the Night Sky is about women night bomber pilots in World War II. That's cool. That's a different take on World War II than I've read. Stone Blind, 78%. Greek retelling. I've never really done any like Greek retellings, folklore, any of that stuff.
don't think I have either. I have one on my list this year. Forgot what it's called, but I know I have one on my list.
Which one is that? Do you know offhand?
No, it's a short book. Oh, it's Piranesi.
Oh yeah.
It's actually by the same author of the book you're reading, the Doctor Strange and or what's it called? That giant book with the footnotes.
Yeah, Susanna Clark. I was trying to remember her name.
Yeah, her. Yeah.
Worked on your journal. That's great.
Nice. Yeah. Love a good journal time.
Unblemished. Are we both in the same time zone? No. Katie's time zone ahead of me.
Yep, I'm an hour ahead in New York.
Sometimes we don't do daylight savings time, so sometimes you're 2 hours ahead.
Oh yeah.
So it's always confusing. Generally, when I do things, I just go with the Eastern time zone and then try to figure out myself what time it is for me. Because half the time we're in, yeah, it's confusing. I've never picked up Cersei, but I've heard a lot about it. Warsaw Sisters.
Nice. Another Warsaw Sisters. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and it's nice and short too.
Yeah, that one is really short. So Warsaw Sisters is the one that you're reading that gripped you with anxiety and made you cry.
It definitely has its moments.
I think I always struggle going into a book knowing it's going to be that kind of book, but I appreciate if a book can make me feel that. I feel like that's good writing. If they can affect you like that. Like that's how I felt with The Lost Melody. I loved that book, but I felt so anxious reading it, like entrapped and like claustrophobic, and just it was great though. It's great. 75% Thursday Murder Clubs. Now, curious. I thought they said they were doing the like adding up, and I'm pretty sure it was like a dozen bodies or deaths of some sort. There's definitely some more to come. Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I think we'll sign off here. Thanks for joining me, Katie.
You're welcome. Yeah, anytime you're doing reading sprints, if you want a companion, be happy to pop over.
Yeah, sounds good. My reading sprints are just, I'm trying to do one a month at least. We'll see. And it will just be kind of like randomly when I realize the day works. So if last minute works.
I'm good with last minute.
Thanks for joining us all.
Yes, thank you. Had a lot of fun. Got some good reading done.
And good night to everyone.
Good night.